Oh shit. Can you hear me now? No. No. Can you hear me now? No. That's... No. Can you guys hear me now? Yeah, right. Does it echo when you guys hear me? But see, in my headphones, I have to do it without the headphones, I guess, because it's echoing in my headphones for some reason. I don't know why. I'll try to fix it, but shit's gonna drive me insane hearing the echo in my headphones the whole time. So we're gonna try it without headphones. That's really gonna piss me off because I don't want to hear the echo. But anyway, you guys can hear me fine, right? All right, cool. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But here we are. Jericho Green here with you once again. A lot of crazy shit going on today. You saw the thumbnail, which yeah, see, you can hear the slight echo. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's really making me mad. I can't figure out how to fix it. There's two. If you guys didn't know anything about the StreamYard or whatever, or streaming and shit, there's a button for solo screen for just me, or if I have a guest, or I want to have two guests or three guests or whatever. However, I want to break the screen up. If I want to have something pulled up on here so you can see an article or some shit. So usually it's just one screen down there, but I can see two. That's why I'm getting the echo, but it won't let me unmute. It won't let me mess with the other microphone so I can get rid of that echoing. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm very upset. Whatever. Oh, don't forget to hydrate. So anyway, I will figure this out after. But the thumbnail is, what's her name? Amy something. This is Ku Klux trans member from Oakland, and they were the first Ku Klux trans member to be on Jeopardy or whatever. But that's why I use that thumbnail. And then the title is yes, Alex, I'll take queer for 40,000. Now, hold on a second. Maybe this will make a difference. I don't know. I'm going to press a button here. How about that? Can you guys hear me? Please tell me you can hear me. I just got rid of the other screen. All right, cool. Here we go. You guys can hear me? Great. Am I back? Can you guys see me now? Is this shit working? Can you see me? Sorry to keep asking these questions. I just want to make sure that everything is everything before we go on. Because I want a perfect product. Sorry, guys. A perfect product for you. Almost lost it. But the reason I put that title, yes, Alex, I will take queer for 40,000, is because I did an article, I talked about an article a couple of weeks ago. Hold on, let me get back up here to these supers. We already know who's popping the super chat cherry. I think that's a foregone conclusion, as they say. But a couple of weeks ago, I talked about this incident where this guy named Anthony Edwards, he's an NBA player, I think for the Timberwolves, but who gives a shit about the Minnesota Timberwolves? But anyway, he was out somewhere with a girl, because you can hear the girl laughing in the video. Maybe he was trying to impress her and be funny. Remember that, guys? This willful ignorance is amazing. These people act like they don't know how men get around women, especially ones that they're new to and they're trying to impress. We're going to do and or say some stupid shit because we want to impress them. We want them to remove their pants and show their genitals, okay? So we're going to do whatever we think we need to get there. And that includes saying dumb shit in front of them. So he was out with this girl, and there was these dudes across the street, and one of the guys, it was maybe 5 or 6 young 20-somethings. Some of them had their shirts off. One guy had his shirt like rolled up to it looked like a sports bra. And there was a time when men were free to make fun of other men like that around their friends, and there were no problems. But now you can't do that because of toxic masculinity or something. So the guy is in the car and he records on there. He says, and I quote, "Man, look at these queer ass niggas," right? That's what he says. So, you know, big deal, right? To us, normal people. But the powers that be, the alphabet soup group mafia, did not like that. So immediately he comes out with an apology. "I didn't mean that. I wasn't raised like that. I'm so sorry." You know, the textbook, you know, PR rep. "Man, hey, come on, Anthony Edwards, babe, you got to do something." So he comes out with this bullshit apology. And you would think that that put the fire out. You think that he had pissed enough over that campfire of wokeness that it was out. It was extinguished. Don't be ridiculous, okay? Of course it's not over. It's not over until they say it's over. It's not over till the plus size woman sings. And she hasn't sang yet. So something else came of it. This man was fined $40,000 for uttering the word queer. Guys, I'm not going to get into it now. I'm going to save it for when I get into the meat of this. But did you guys ever play a game with the word queer in it? It had to do with a football. I know that if you don't know, if I just told you that, it sounds like a terrible game that kids should not be playing. But there was a game that we played as little kids in elementary school, and the word queer was in it. I'll give you more context later. Guys, you probably already know what I'm talking about. If you're sitting next to a woman with a horrified look on her face, please explain to her what that means. But I'll get to it. 40 grand for merely saying the word. But remember the sentence that I told you he said. There was another word in there. There was another word in there that he said, and I don't see him getting 40 grand in fines for saying that. And Gavin Newsom, I know another Democrat who runs their city and or state like shit, blames, guess who? Trump. He blames the Trump fairy for all of his problems. And now he's blaming Trump for the mass exodus from California, from all the Californians flipping the bird to him and his bullshit policies that made our once great state a shit stain on the underwear known as America. But he's blaming Trump for it. He's blaming Trump policy. I thought California was impervious to Trump policy, not unless it benefits him. We're going to talk about that shit. And I don't know if this was by accident or maybe because he's out of here soon. What is it, September 26th? Fauci's going to be stepping down just in time for the midterms. But yeah, I think September 26th, he's stepping down. What's today, the 23rd? So, you know, he's getting out of here early before the dust settles. And I don't know if maybe it was that. You know how it is on the last day of school. You just have there's this feel of fuck it in the air. You might not even come to school with your backpack that day. If you were like me and my friends, you stashed water guns and water balloons on the route to school because it's going down after. But you have that attitude of fuck it, you know? So maybe he has that last day of school attitude because he went ahead and uttered the truth. And now it's a truth that you and I knew a long ass time ago at the start of this bullshit. You and I knew it. We don't have the doctor in front of our name. We don't have the connections. We don't have the paycheck. We don't have the power that this little turd does. But we still knew it a long time ago. He admits that the lockdowns had adverse effects on children and the economy. Don't worry, guys. I'll say it for you. You idiot. and many more. Also, good gun. Thank you very much, everybody, in the comment section. Now, Miss Pepsi Girl, for some reason, your maybe I think because the comments got too long, your super chat was removed, but I did see it. And it's not just Miss Pepsi Girl, it's Mr. and Mrs. Pepsi Girl today. It's Miss Pepsi Girl squared. We got them both. So I did see your super chat. Thank you very much for it. And this one is the next one. Mr. Roy Lee Painter. Thank you very much. He says, where's Steve? Asking for a friend. Semper Fi. Happy Friday, Roy. Great question, man. I'd love to see him. Maybe he's waiting until he's fully transformed to come back in all of his glory. Maybe that's what it is. All the heavenly glory. What movie is that from? Huh? Chazo Ghost, thank you. Hey, yo. Oh, wait, Jericho. I got your freaking super chat right here. Thank you, Mr. Ghost. Hold on, I saw another one up here. I don't want to leave anybody out. I want everybody to feel included. Everybody gets a trophy here. Ransom Shan, thank you. Apologies are gasoline to the leftist rage fire. There's plenty of that, man. They dump, the firefighting planes will come by and dump flame retardant on shit. That's what they do. Hold on a second. There we go. Had to make things a little bigger. Guy Incognito. I'm looking for it, man. See, what happened was the super chats, while I was trying to figure out my technical difficulties, the people were commenting, so the super chats get really long, and so they bump shit up. But I'm going to keep looking for it. Thank you, Leo Mezina. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm looking for it. Guys, be nice. I'm trying to figure it out, okay? And it's Friday. It's like, whatever. I'm looking. So, and I'll get to the good gun in just a second. But it's so funny how some of these Democrats will blame Trump. How? Trump ain't set foot in California. Didn't even come to California during his presidency. If he didn't, he certainly didn't after. I know that for sure. He ain't been here in forever. So what are you talking about? His policies? How? Like you allow any of his policies to take place, to even happen? What a fucking asshole, man. What an asshole he is. I guess you are what you eat. Kana, thank you very much. There we go for the Hamilton. How's it, JG? Wanted your thoughts on the recent human composting law that just got signed in California. Haley, Aloha Friday, Mang. Or Hallie? Is that Hallie? Yeah, excuse me, Hallie. Human composting law. Hold on. Composting law. What does that mean? You can like compost your shit now or something? Yeah, I see some people here saying I missed their super chats. I'm sorry that it must have bumped them out because the chat got super long. So I apologize. I'm so fucking sorry. Oh, hold on. See, it jumped on me again. Damn it. Hold on a second. I mean, I'm not complaining. I like an active comment section. Do you think? Spunbearing65, thank you. He says, why does the White House West Wing smell like Johnson's baby shampoo all the time? Well, and it's not just any Johnson's baby shampoo. It's the tearless, because you don't want that getting in him widow eyes. Because when he's taking baths and stuff, You know, Jill, she gets tired of running in there. Jill, it's in my eyes again. It's in my eyes. So she has to stop what she's doing, stop mixing his medication, come in there, put your head back, dump some water. It hurts. It hurts. So she gets tired of doing that shit. So she got Tearless. She looked it up online. She got Tearless shampoo for him. So now we can be near Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. He can enjoy himself now. Should I go? Got to go in there. Hey, Chuck McDaniels, thank you. He says, I'm super chatting over here. Keep it down, asshole. Hey, when you're right, Chuck McDaniel. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Keep it down. He's trying to super chat over there. Rubber Ducky. Thank you again, Guy Incognito. It says, F the alphabet soup group. I agree. 100%. I agree. You don't say. Yeah, you don't say. They are moving today. We like you. Rubber Ducky. Poor thing. Don't make fun of him, guys. He's all fucked. They got oatmeal in there. EDM Doc, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, good afternoon, JG. I'm up the coast on Vancouver Island. I made you and Officer Tatum laugh in a live chat. A joke about me being conceived in a wheelbarrow and coming out of a Karen named Karen. I think I remember that, man. You're up the coast, have fun, man. Do you live here? If you do, get out as soon as you can. And if you're visiting, when you get home, scrub all that California off of you. I'm immune to it. I've been acclimated to the Cali filth. But if you come here and leave, make sure you get disinfected. Daniel Rudd, that is not nice, but it is true. He says he needed a rubber ducky since his daughter isn't taking a shower with him anymore. Now, you might be thinking that's a messed up thing to say, Daniel Rudd, but it's true because when his daughter left that halfway house or rehab or whatever, she left her diary behind and her journal, and somebody found it, and she wrote in there that when she was a kid, she would take showers with her dad, and it was inappropriate. I'm just telling you what she wrote. I didn't write that shit. She did. She was there. Mighty Geek Studio says, Jericho, don't associate my pal Ernie with that diaper stain. No offense to the diaper stain. You mean the Rubber Ducky song? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. It just came to me. It's only bath song that I know, Mighty Geek Studio. How many bath songs do you know? Hey, Tony Hannafin, he's right. He says, hit that like button, bookers. Oh, hold on. Got another. Gary Watkins, thank you for that super sticker, brah. Scott Calais, what's up, man? Thank you. He says, anybody remember I Want My Daddy's Records Back? LOL, don't know why that popped in my head. Sanford and Son. Love you, JG. You big dummy. I'm coming, Elizabeth. Dude, and him, and he was one of the best characters in Harlem Nights. If you guys haven't seen Harlem Nights and you want to see a comedy with some heavy hitters, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, Della Reese, Charlie Murphy was in it, Arsenio Hall, whole cast of characters. Danny Aiello was in there. He was, I can't remember his name. He played this crooked cop. But it takes place back in, I believe, the 20s in Harlem, and it's during the Prohibition and shit. But it's funny as hell. But it's kind of, because a lot, when did Harlem Nights come out? Let me see. Harlem Nights, 1989. Okay, so that was right before some of those people died, and right before some of them got real sick. So I don't know if Eddie Murphy just has the best timing ever to get all these people, but man. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can think of 5 people off the top of my head. Maybe there's more, but I can think of 5 people in that movie who are dead now. Red Fox, Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Charlie Murphy, Della Reese, and the guy who played Tommy. His character's name's Tommy, but I think his name was Tommy Ford. But he played Tommy on Martin. You know, the four members of the main cast, or five. One of them was Tommy Strong, and he died in real life. So there's 5 people in that movie who are dead now. But you talk about, and somehow under the radar, how this isn't up there with some of the comedy classics that we've all seen is beyond me. But Harlem Nights is fucking hilarious. Especially how him and Della Reese, their characters go back and forth. Well, put your glasses on, you blind motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, man. And the famous scene where Eddie Murphy squares off with Della Reese in the alley because she accused him of stealing. Eddie Murphy helps Richard Pryor run his nightclub, and Della Reese is in charge of the girls. And she came up short. Then Eddie Murphy, they all meet at the end of the night. Eddie Murphy, everybody got to pay up. And Eddie Murphy says, why are your girls always coming up short? And she's saying, what, do you accuse me of stealing? And he's like, well, so, back then, somebody's honor and reputation was big. So they had to go at it. And of course, he didn't want to fight her. Not only she's a lady, but she's an old lady. He didn't want to fight her. She said, no, fuck you. You disrespected me. Come outside. I'm going to kick your ass. So he takes it as a joke, goes out there. He's like, oh, come on. Go stop playing. And she whack, hits his ass a few times. He was like, oh, shit. She's for real. And spoiler alert, but it's one of the funniest parts of the movie. And they start dancing around and they're fighting, boom, boom, boom. And he gives her a good combination. Is like, that's right. That's what you get. No, that was just getting started. And she hit that motherfucker with an uppercut. And he goes, ow! He flies in the air. And then she pulls out a razor blade to cut him. She's like, oh, now I gotta cut you. And so he takes out his gun out of his little ankle holster. And he's, oh, yeah, you're right, Randy. Don't forget Robin Harris. That's what I was saying. Those are the ones that I just thought of. Yeah, Robin Harris is gone too. So that's 6 people already out of that movie who are dead. It only came out in 89. But he goes, if you don't put that blade down, I'm going to shoot your pinky toe off. I'm going to shoot that gnarled, black, crusty motherfucker the fuck off. Stop playing with me. And she puts her foot out. She takes her shoe off and puts it on and says, here's my pinky toe. There you go. Blow it off. Shoot it. And he looks over at his boys, and they just look at him like, I don't know. Oh, boom, shoots her pinky toe. You shot my pinky toe. Man, that movie was hilarious. But anyway, Harlem Nights, you big dummy. Again, like Randy said, thank you, man. He said, don't forget Robin Harris, another great comedian. Great. I mean, I personally think Eddie Murphy. Who do you guys think is the greatest stand-up comedian ever, dead or alive? Nicole Thomas, thank you very much for the $8.99. $8.99 in pounds. Thank you. Who do you think was the greatest stand-up comedian ever? Classic Enterprises. Danny Aiello is dead too. Damn, that's 7? 7 people. When he raids the club, it's a fucking raid. Anyone try to leave, and I pump one in your ass. Arian Diablo, you're not getting any audio? Come on, man. You don't even know what I went through at the beginning of this. All right, top comedians, dead or alive, of all time. I say Richard Pryor. That's what I say. Hold on. Try to get to the top here. Okay. Sam Kinison. Definitely Sam Kinison was hilarious. He used to be a preacher. That's how he learned how to, work the crowd and shit. He was a preacher. But Sam Kinison is hilarious. Eddie Murphy, George Carlin. Eddie Murphy, Carlin, Richard Pryor, Kinison, Robin Williams, Mr. and Mrs. Pepsi Girl. That's an unorthodox one. You don't usually hear Robin Williams thrown out there as one of the great stand-up comedians, but he was. I'll leave my feelings about how he ended his life for another live stream. But Chappelle, Kinison, Murphy, and Dangerfield. All right, yeah, I respect Rodney Dangerfield. No respect at all. Let's see. Carlin, Norm Macdonald, R.I.P. Norm Macdonald was hilarious. Master of the dry comedy, keeping a straight face. Pryor, and Carlin. Rodney Dangerfield, Carlin, Rudy Ray Moore, another unorthodox one. Jim Brewer, master of impressions. Dude, he has a bit where he talks about Metallica doing nursery rhymes and AC/DC. Look up Jim Brewer AC/DC Hokey Pokey. That shit is hilarious. And Metallica doing nursery rhymes. That shit is funny. Ooh, yeah. Kinnison. Oh, wait a minute. This is the most unorthodox one yet. Brian McCormick says Joe Biden. If only this were the longest comedy sketch ever. If only this were the world's longest stand-up special, I would totally agree with that, man. But I don't think he's joking. Pryor. Let's see. Brian Regan. That dude's hilarious. He's funny as hell. Clean comedy. He don't cuss. Dangerfield. Oh, someone says toss-up. Patrick Alex says a toss-up. Allard says a toss-up between Carlin and Chappelle. Robin Williams again. Oh, same person. Pryor. Ron White. I just saw Ron White a couple weeks ago. I've seen him twice. Funny as shit. Red Fox. Pryor for sure. Pryor, he spawned a lot of the other people on here. Chris Rock. That's a good one. Bernie Mac. Dangerfield, Chappelle, Robin Williams, Carlin, Dangerfield, Joe Biden again. Joe Biden's getting some steam. Bernie Mac, Pryor and Carlin. So yeah, you get the gist. Spunbrain 65 says Kamala Harris. Sinbad. All right, throw a Sinbad in there. Another clean comic. Sinbad was hilarious. Tosh.0. That was a show. Yeah, Daniel Tosh is hella funny. Louis C.K. That's another one he runs with the Chris Rock Chappelle crowd. Bobby Baloney. Yeah, there's some love for Norm Macdonald up there. Ricky Gervais. I love how he went there and shit all over everybody. What was it, the Oscars or something? He was hosting, and he would just tell them, "Shut up, you guys, you bunch of perverts." I mean, he was clowning. That shit was funny. Chris Farley. I don't know if he was a stand-up. I'm talking stand-up comics. Yeah, I agree with all those. But Steve Martin, he's a good one. But I didn't hear. I think there are a lot of them out there. But if we're talking about the greats, yeah, I think these names are the ones. Bill Hicks, R.I.P. Another Gervais. I mean, just think if you could get Sergeant DSC put Bill Murray, but I don't know if he's a stand-up comic. I don't think he is. Sebastian Maniscalco, that dude is funny. He's funny as shit. Fox, Williams, Martin Lawrence, he's a good one. Carlin, another Martin. Stephen Wright. Yeah, I'm sorry. Stephen Wright is the king of the dry humor. Just like this. He says all of his jokes like this. Dude, he's hilarious. He's still alive? I don't know. He's hella funny. I don't know if you guys know who Dave Attell is. That guy's funny. He's like, who the hell invented pancakes? No. No, he said, who invented eggnog? He's like, I want to get a little drunk, but I also want some pancakes. He's hella funny. Dave Attell is another one. Hilarious. Carrot Top. Yeah, you got to give love to Carrot Top. Andrew Dice. Oh. Paul Mooney. Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric the Entertainer was last. I remember going by myself to watch Kings of Comedy. I sat in the front row right there. Loved it. I think I went and saw it again after that. Hilarious. Bill Burr. One of the greatest. Hilarious. He got a little woke for a second, and it pissed me off because I think his wife Nina fucked his head up, but he got back on track with his last one. You should see that bit where he talks about how the women failed the WNBA. I mean, great bit. Doug Stanhope, that dude's hella funny. You want some no holds barred, cringy shit, like not in a bad way, but like, oh shit, I can't believe he said that. That's Doug Stanhope. Cat Williams, hilarious. Joey Diaz, cocksucker. Joey Diaz is hilarious. He tells great stories. Michael McIntyre, I've never heard of him. Dice, Chris, Mac. Okay, we get the gist of it. Kevin Hart, I don't know if I put him up there with the greatest. I know he's done a lot. I know he's had some big stand-up specials, but when I think greatest ever, I've never thought Kevin Hart. But if you think so, more power to you. Mel Brooks, was he a stand-up though? I don't think he's really known for stand-up. Great comedic director and writer for sure, and actor, but I don't know if he's stand-up. Dennis Leary, you ever hear that song by Dennis Leary called "I'm an Asshole"? Dennis Leary is fucking hilarious. Cheech, I don't know if I put him with the greatest. Patrice O'Neal, it's not important. Very good point. Patrice O'Neal is like the comic. Bill Burr loves that dude. He does a benefit every year. They were really good friends, and when he died, he does a benefit every year so his family gets money and shit. Mitch Hedberg, R.I.P. Red Fox, again, Flip Wilson. Gilbert Godfrey, R.I.P. to Gilbert Godfrey. Ah, that dude. Most annoying voice ever, but he was hilarious. Angela Johnson, Authentically Kennedy. I don't think she has enough time in the game. And I don't think of her as one of the greatest. She's good. The Vietnamese nail bit is hilarious, but All right. Here we go, guys. Good gun. I love this one. Love it. Hold on, I had it. Where'd it go? Here we go. What an idiot. Robber drops gun after shooting Baltimore phone store employee. Employee shoots back, police say. I love it. I was inspired to go with Baltimore from I can't remember who it was yesterday, but I think they gave a super chat. But they mentioned that they lived in Baltimore. So I figured, why not show some love to B-more? Or as he called it, Kiltimore. That's probably more accurate. So, an armed robber who shot a Baltimore phone store employee Tuesday afternoon was shot by the injured employee after the suspect dropped his gun. When you pull up to a crime scene with somebody that stupid there, the police should be allowed to take their belt off and whoop his ass like the boy he is. You're not ready to be a criminal, you dumbass. You either go to prison or you have a vasectomy and we let you go. Because we can't have you out here making more little dumb bastards like you. You dropped your gun. Now here at Jericho Green Enterprises, we do not condone illegal activity, but damn, you dropped your gun? Police responded around 1:40 p.m. to the Metro PC Getro, where they found two people with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Both were hospitalized. Investigators believe a customer walked into the store around 1:25 seeking customer service, but store employees said they could not assist him. The customer then left the store and returned a short time later with a handgun announcing a robbery. At the time, one of the store employees wrestled the suspect for the gun when the gun discharged, shooting the other employee in the leg. The police said the gun then fell to the ground. The employee who was shot then allegedly picked up the gun and shot the suspect in the abdomen. You stupid ass. The suspect will be charged with attempted armed robbery, reckless endangerment, and various handgun violations upon being discharged from the hospital, police say. You deserved that bullet. You deserved it. What an idiot. Like when you dropped your gun, did it go? Did you hear that? You idiot. Oh, yeah, Patrick Allard, good point. Bill Cosby, no matter how people may feel about his legal troubles, Definitely one of the greatest stand-up comedians ever, especially for being clean. I used to listen. I had all Bill Cosby's comedy tapes, all his stand-up specials from 1969 to 1994. And I would listen to them side A till I fell asleep. And the next night, side B. Next tape, side A. Next night, side B. Next tape, side A, B. All of them. That, Richard Pryor, all of those albums. And my mom had all the Richard Pryor ones, so I would steal them one at a time from her tape collection. See, kids, you youngsters, a tape, never mind. Take too long to explain. But she had tapes of them, and I would steal them and listen to them one at a time. But she let me buy the Bill Cosby ones because he was clean. Listen to that shit all the time. All the time. But when your stupid ass dropped the gun, did you hear that song? What an idiot. You come in there to rob people, a Getro PCS? How much did you plan to get, dummy? And since you came in there before as a customer, I'm sure you didn't have a mask on your face so they know what you look like, you dumbass. You probably came in there in the same, you probably went out, grabbed the gun, and came right back in the same clothes and everything. I don't like to see our fellow citizens being shot, but if you earn it, yeah, exactly, Tammy. Here's your side. Bill Engvall. My goodness. You stupid shit. The only sad thing about that is that one of the employees got shot. Glad it was in the leg, glad non-life threatening and all that good shit. But what a jackass. What a jackass. You drop your gun. Not that I want to see criminals do their job well, but come on. Please take his ability to reproduce. Anyway, so title, yes, Alex, I will take queer for 40,000. So here's the problem, one of the problems that I have with this whole situation. Number one, I have a problem with him apologizing. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Because we all know the saying, if you give an inch, they'll fuck you every time. I think that's how it goes. That's how it's going to go now. So, of course, you dumbass, you apologize to him. You just chum the water. You ever watch Shark Week or something? Or if they're going to tag the sharks and they need to get them near the boat, what do? They take that scoop, they dip into that bucket full of guts and blood, and they throw that shit in the water. To chum the water. Why? To bring the sharks. Bring on the flesh eaters. So that's what they did. You chum the water, just like they said in Field of Dreams. If you chum, they will come. That could be a different movie title, but you know what I mean. Don't be a bunch of preverts. Like my freshman year PE teacher would say, R.I.P. Mr. Ferreira. But you chum the water, so here they come, you idiot. So you went out there and apologized because you said, what? Look at these queer-ass niggas. Who cares? Who's hurt by that? Who's offended by that? Probably nobody unless you're a professional offendee. We have people out here who do this for a living. They get offended for the people who are being talked about who aren't offended. Don't you worry. I will get offended for you. So they came after him. The NBA has fined Anthony Edwards $40,000 for saying the word queer in that IG video that he posted. That word cost you $40,000. Now, here is the problem. In that same sentence, don't forget he said niggas, he said the N-word. That used to be the word, right? It used to be the word so much that they don't even say the word. They call it the N-word. We can't even say it. Well, that is no more. That is so 2000 and late. Say it all you want. The word you can't say now is queer, which is weird because queer has two meanings. They hijacked it to make it mean what they want it to mean, but it used to mean strange, unusual, queer. Man, it was just awfully queer. That's what it used to mean. But now it means the alphabet soup group. Yeah, Roarback, you're going to need a bigger boat because these are some big sharks. They take big bites. So now they charged him, they gave him a $40,000 fine for saying queer, which has another meaning. Getting back to the game I was talking about that we used to play in school, it was called Smear the Queer. Somebody throws the ball up in the air. If you catch it, everybody else who's playing is trying to tackle you. That's why it's called Smear the Queer. We were in elementary school. We had no idea the gravity. We didn't know what we were saying. Queer, we didn't even know. We just called it rhymes, Smear the Queer. We would go around saying it. Hey, you guys want to play Smear the Queer? Nairn time did a teacher come up to us or an administrator or another student. You shouldn't say that. I'm offended. Don't do that. Nothing. It was a game we played. That was it. Imagine what would happen now if a boy was standing in the playground with a football and said, you guys want to play Smear the Queer? Guess whose parents would be getting a phone call? Guess who would need some redirective training? So you can say that now. And don't forget, there was only one. Ass was the only word that separated queer and nigger. Didn't say nothing about him saying nigger. They didn't say nothing about that because they don't care about it. They only care about the alphabet soup group. You said what? About who? You dare make disparaging marks about our golden calf, the alphabet soup group / Ku Klux Trans? How dare you? You will pay, literally, you will pay $40,000. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens when you take part in this Voltron theory. When you have a cause on your own and you're handling it. But there's all these other weak causes around you and they can't last on their own. But if you Voltron and come together and create one giant cause, now you can get some play. Now you can get some attention. But that's the problem. The Voltron theory is parasitic in nature because once it gets what it needs from you, you're yesterday's news. So what the Ku Klux Trans did and the alphabet soup group, and I'm talking about the fringe members. I'm talking, there's regular everyday gay folk out there that want to live their lives and be left the fuck alone, that don't want to be attached to this nonsense. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the extremists. So what they did was, hey, black folk, all you pro-black jackasses that are always stirring up some shit, always talking about how you're being held down in white privilege and CBLM. Jericho, it's BLM. No, it's not. Not if we're being truthful. It's CBLM. Certain Black Lives Matter. Hey, you guys, you mind if we kind of jump on your coattails and get on your bandwagon? We don't got a lot of juice over here. They don't care about us. They don't even look our way. But you guys, you got that bottomless pit of racism. If we can just attach to you and we can kind of hitch a ride, if we can socially hitchhike with you, that would be great. Can we do that? Yeah, sure. We're always looking for somebody to validate us and join us and give us attention and love me and listen to me and believe me. Come on over, Ku Klux Trans. How bad can this go? So now that the Ku Klux Trans has outgrown its host, now it doesn't need your ass anymore. Now you are free to say the word nigger, nigger, nigger. But you dare not utter the words queer, queer, queer. That will get you in trouble. That will get you slapped with a $40,000 fine. Say nigger all you want. Nobody cares. I'll tell you a joke that I know. This uses the word nigger a lot. That's why I like it. What happens when you cross 4 Mexican people, and this is for teaching purposes. What happens when you cross 4 Mexican people, a Chinese person, and 5 black people? You get a sprinkler. Spick, 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 ching, nigga, 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 nigga. I can say that now. I can say that word all I want because they're not important anymore. You see what happens? Remember when you were a kid and you needed a boost? What would your friend do if you needed a boost? They would take their hands like this, put them down, and you'd step on their hands so they could give you a boost. That's what these pro-black dummies did. They laced their fingers together and gave the Ku Klux Klans and the Alphabet Soup group a boost. Now they're above you. Hey, you got it? You got it? You good? You guys up there? Yeah, we're up there. Shut up. You idiot. That's what you get. You don't back down from these people. So what? So what if you said, look at these queer ass niggas? And the whole thing, who cares? But you're only going to focus in on the word queer that he said. You can say nigga now? Oh my goodness. Guys, times have changed. Okay? Times have changed. That used to be that was taboo. Not anymore. Throw that in with the other, throw it in with the and. We can just use it all the time now. Obviously, because the NBA that is full of black folks does not have a problem with you saying the N-word. They don't care. But wait a minute. Last year, didn't they have the say their name bullshit and end racism on the court? I guess they ended it. That's why you can say whatever you want. The NBA is fining a black player for saying the word queer, but they don't have a problem with him saying the word nigga. Now, that's what you stupid ass overpaid athletes need to be bitching about. Why is it okay to say that word, but we can't say the other word? Since you're all black. LeBronica, huh? You whiny bitch. The world's tallest crybaby. Why aren't you saying something about this, you jackass? Huh? You want to talk about the owner of the Phoenix Suns, and he said the N-word, saying it because somebody else said. He's telling a story. I'm trying to tell you a story. He was just telling a story. But the NBA, the company, one of the companies you work for the NBA and China. Let's be honest. Where's your outrage that you're allowed to say nigga, but you can't say queer? Where are you? Where are you stupid ball bouncing dummies? Where are you? You know why LeBron ain't saying nothing about this? You know why? Because he got the phone call. You know, the red phone, the communist red phone rang. Oh, shit. China. Don't cry. Man up. Hello? LeBron, what'd I tell you? Don't let the phone ring more than once. You know it's me, fucker. Now, I know that guy, he got in trouble for saying queer, not nigga, but who cares? China tells you to be quiet about it. But China, I want to... LeBron, be quiet. Hung up on him. That's it. China says, shut your mouth. Damn it, you shut your mouth. LeBron, they tell you to talk. Start talking. And weren't these the same people making these rules? Weren't they the same ones who put the black square on their profile picture for whatever that stupid shit was about? Aren't they the first ones to post some George Floyd, patron saint of fentanyl anniversary picture? Say his name, say her name, say something. Black Lives Matter. I'm an ally. They put the little black fist up. Aren't they the first ones to do that? And they're the first ones to say, I've told you guys this before. When I worked at Trader Joe's, there was an employee, and she told me that queer is same as the N-word. So what she said, same thing. Queer? But that's what they think. And apparently that's become true. That's our reality now. The NBA that employs 80, 90% black folks will allow you to say the N-word all you want. But you shan't say the Q word. That shit will get you fined. That shit will get the NBA's hand in your pocket. Nigga, who cares? And I don't care what they say. I don't care what those dummies say. But if you're going to sit over here and jump up and down and scream and act like a bitch about that word, about, that bullshit that happens, and why wouldn't you care that the company you work for pretty much says, you can say nigga all you want, but watch that rainbow, player. Heidi Booth, thank you very much. She says, happy Friday, JG family. Have a great weekend, all. I have my 5-year-old grandson, Brady, and wow, boys are full of energy. I think boy is Latin for energy. Because as soon as their eyes pop open, they only have one speed, red line. Imagine, go out in your car right now, or if you're in your car, slam on the gas, red line it, and leave it like that for 12 hours. That's a little boy. Red line. My son's constantly, psh, psh, Dad, act like I knocked you out. Psh, Dad, put your hands up. I'm a robber. No, I'm not going to put my hands up because you're going to shoot me anyway. You're right. Psh, psh, Dad, you're dead. Act like you're dead. Psh, Dad, psh, psh, Dad, psh, 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 Dad, pick me up. Dad, what are we going to do? Dad, let's go outside. Dad, can we go out back and ride my bike? Dad, can I ride down the block by myself and come back? Dad, what's for dinner? Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, psh, 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 Dad, psh, you're dead. Dad, just give me a nickel for every time I hear Dad. And I promise you, I'll start doing my live stream from a pile of nickels because I'll have 1 million of them. That's my boy. That's my boy. There we go. Lost it, guys. Roarback. Yeah, Trader Joe's is a great store, but it is infected terminally with SJW-itis. Spunbrain 65, thank you for the Hamilton. He says LeBronchitis is Asian for the occasion. He's whatever they tell him to be. Bring. It's the China phone. Hello, China. LeBron, hey, check this out. Next time you're going to a game, you know how you wear your nice suit when you get off the bus and walk through the auditorium? We want you to wear a form-fitting dress like you would wear at Oscar celebration. China, I don't want to. I'm a man. Do what I said, LeBron. Tight, form-fitting dress. Now, make it red. Boom. I guess who's going to have them a little Jessica Rabbit dress on the next time they go to a game? He will. Why? Because China said so. That's why. Think he won't? You think he won't? They got their hand up his ass to their shoulder. You know how people wear those gloves when they're inseminating a cow? That's what China has to wear because that's how far they have their hand up LeBron James's ass. The chopsticks coming out of his mouth. That's how far it is up there. Oh, what you eating, LeBron? Fucking idiot. Yeah, Eric Schultz, tight, form-fitting Jessica Rabbit. They want to see the outline of his helmet through that dress. It's so tight. Love and pain. LeBron is a puppet just like Biden. Hey, they got 2 arms. Max Bang, don't make fun of him. Max Bang says up an inch. Now, what she's referring to is the other day when Biden during his 60 minutes, it felt like 600 minutes. When he did the interview and he asked him about the economy, he's like, it only went up an inch. I didn't know that's how you measured the economy, in inches. Guys, I know I haven't said it in a while, but we're in trouble. Trouble. Look at that dummy. Huh? Look at that dummy. Hey, Biden, what are you going to do if Russia uses nukes? What would you say to Putin if you knew he was going to use nukes? Everyone, quiet. Over there too. Comment section, quiet down. I want to hear this answer. Biden, what do you tell Putin? You know, Putin's price hike. Putin, the worst person on earth. What do you tell him if you know he's going to use nukes? Guys, quiet. We're going to give him the mic. Don't. And that, my friends, is a direct quote. He whispered don't into the microphone. So if you're Putin halfway across the world and you watch that interview, How long are you going to be laughing? That's the only question. A minute? 2 minutes? Is it going to be one of those laughs where you got to stand up and hold your sides and leave the room because you can't stop laughing? You know the kind of laughing you do when you're a kid and you look across the room at your cousin and you can't stop laughing. Your mom is about to whoop your ass because you're supposed to be quiet, but you can't stop. Is it going to be that kind of laughter? Is he going to laugh so hard that pee comes out? Why do women... Putin's going to laugh like a woman. Women always laugh until they pee a little bit. That's how hard he's going to laugh. Oh, please give me new pants and undergarments. I peed in them. Yeah, because that's how funny it is. Don't. You know them sad-ass, confused eyebrows he has? Those little beady-ass eyes? That shit don't scare nobody. He strikes fear in no one. Now, if you're between the ages of 5 and 10, he does strike fear into you. But if you're older than that, he scares and worries no one. Chuck McDaniel, thank you again. He said, I forgot about the bees. Sorry. The buys. Fuck that. Look, you ain't bisexual. You're either straight or you're gay. That's it. It shouldn't even be all them letters. G. You can't have your cake and go down on it too. Okay? You can't count being straight. That's the default. Of course you're straight. That's no shocker. But if you do sexual shit with the same sex, you, my friend, are gay. Bye. Get the fuck. I'm bi. I'm such a sexual animal. I like both. No, you're gay. That's it. Sorry, it's not a cooler title. Miss Pepsi Girl. LeBronica, thank you. LeBronica thinks he's better than MJ. LOL effing puppet. There's no way. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Let me tell you how I feel about this Jordan LeBron conversation. Okay? I got one question. When LeBron came into the league, whose number was he wearing? Thank you. Case closed. You're nothing. There is no comparison. Jordan transcended basketball. Okay, he was bigger than basketball. Case in point, look at his number when he came into the league. So I don't want to hear shit. I don't care how many times he's changed it, 6, 3, whatever. Most of his career was a number 23. So until that changes, until every person, I don't care what level you're playing. I don't care if it's rec league basketball and you're 5, middle school, high school, college, or pro. If you wear number 23, what's expected of you? The best. You're the best player on the team simply by donning number 23. Until that changes, I don't want to hear it. LeBron Jordan conversation is officially closed. Thank you very much. Yes, Eric Schultz. 23 has meaning. 23 comes with expectations. You can't be sitting on the bench wearing number 23. You have to be the best player on the team if you put that number on. Period. I didn't make the rules. Yes, Larry Bird was the man. But if you put on 33, nobody's expecting you to rain down threes. If you put on number 30, they might expect that. But that's still a maybe. 23, no question. You're the best. Who's the best player? Well, who's wearing 23? Thank you very much. Larry Bird was fire. Check out Larry Bird in the damn Dream Team. His back was about to fall out, and he was letting those fools have it. Larry Bird goes on Mount Rushmore basketball. Period. But saying all that to say this, remember, you can say nigga all you want. You better not say word. All right? And I'm still waiting to get my samples of the new gear. We got new hats, new t-shirts, new everything. We got tumblers, coffee mugs, all kinds of shit. I'm ordering all that stuff because I want to show you guys. But mygreengear.com is where you can find it. JerichoGreen.net. All my exclusive videos. I just dropped one yesterday talking about, since we were talking about Putin a minute ago, he did double down on his promise to use nukes. And he said if the West gets in the way, those nukes could come our way too. Check it out. But you got to be a subscriber. $3.99 a month. That's it. Exclusive videos. That's the only place you'll find them. So, Newsom. Gavin, bang your wife, Newsom. Why do you call him that? Well, he banged his best friend's wife. What a piece of shit. I know. But he says that Trump's policies are to blame for the mass exodus from California. That's what it is. His visa policies. What? Tell me, please tell me, Gavin, that you are not so stupid or such a liar to imply that Trump's visa policies are causing more than almost 200,000 people to leave California a year. That's why. So it's not the outrageous prices for everything. You pay more in taxes in California than you do federally. We all pay around 14.5% taxes federally. Throw on another almost 15% in taxes in California. Almost 30% of our check goes to taxes if you live in California. Don't look at your cell phone bill in California unless you're ready to lose some drops of anger blood. All the California surcharge, all this bullshit, the price of gas. So you guys are living in the future where gas is lower than $4 or $5 a gallon. I live in the past in California where gas is still $5.80 a gallon, $5.50 a gallon. I've seen it a couple times for as low as $4.99, but that's it. And it couldn't be the homeless problem or the vagrant problem. Let's see, let me look up the meaning of vagrant. Vagrant.
Here's the definition of vagrant. A person without a settled home or regular work who wanders from place to place and lives by begging.
That doesn't really describe them. Somebody give me a word that describes what homeless people are, because they're not homeless. Again, that implies that a home would solve your problems. That makes you think that there's people in society with all their belongings around them, and if I could just get a home. That guy down in Sherman Oaks who took a shit in a plastic bag and then threw it on somebody's windshield, if you could just give that guy a home, he'll be fine. The other guy who was telling the reporter, you're gonna die, and said he found a woman's head in a box, just give that guy a house or an apartment. He'll be fine. All that mental illness will just dissipate. It'll just evaporate like steam out of his fucking head. The lady that they showed who was walking down the street and just yelling and screaming at nobody. If you could just get her inside of a building, a home, she'll just... all her problems will just go away. Degenerate zombies. Yeah, Frank Powers, that's what that bitch said. Unhoused. House averse, Jilly. Bum. Unresidenced. Transient, vagrant. They got like destitute, dependent, dope fiends, crackheads, hobos. Yeah, I gotta, like I said in the video the other day when I talked about that footage from Sherman Oaks, California. I got to retrain myself to not refer to them as homeless. I'll never say unhoused. That's some weak leftist horse shit propaganda. I need to retrain myself to not call them homeless because they're not. It's not. It's just a home. They just need a home and they will be fine. No, they need to be rounded up and taken off the streets. That's what needs to happen. But it couldn't be that. It couldn't be the psycho, drug-addled homeless people. It's not that. It's Trump's policy, his visa policy. How many people do you think are in California on visas? And if they are here on a visa, why would they just leave because of, darn it, Trump's visa policies? Wouldn't that be a federal thing? So wouldn't all states be experiencing this max exodus of visa holders? Because you're saying it's his policy. Well, those are federal policy because he was in the well, like in DC, well, it's a stupid constitution. Again, I brought the Constitution up yesterday. I hate to do that shit. I don't want to, but there's different branches, the judicial, executive. Never mind. I'm not going to try to explain it. But if Trump makes policy, since he was president, that would make a federal policy, which means it would be for the whole nation, not just California. I wish Trump would have directed policies just at California to fix them. I wish, but he didn't and he can't. He can only make rules for the entire nation. So why are other states blaming this mass exodus of visa holders from their state? Probably because it's not happening. Probably because even you know, in that tiny gnarled heart, that Grinch-sized heart that you have, you fucking demon, even you know that that's not true. If people are leaving California, it's because of your policies, you out-of-touch elitist piece of garbage. It's because of you. It's because of you making this a sanctuary state. It's because of you making this a sanctuary state for abortions. It's because of you. Your hypocrisy, the lockdowns, the wildfires, the rolling blackouts. Do you guys remember a guy named Gray Davis who was the governor of California? He got recalled simply because of rolling blackouts. But Gavin Newsom has blackouts and all this other shit, and he somehow escaped a recall? Oh no, something smells rotten in Denmark. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's fraud, which is what you are. They're leaving because of you, Gavin, you fucker. And just like all these other turds, when they're telling people racist, you're racist, white privilege, you're racist. Well, look at all those fingers pointing back at your dumbass. Those are the most racist people, the ones who talk about diversity and inclusion, and we love everyone and everybody, everything for everyone and all the people of color. Ew. I just said that. I don't mean it. Get away from me and don't look at my daughter. Fuck you guys. They're leaving because of you, Gavin, because you suck. That's why they're leaving. But I think a major reason why we got Gavin Newsom, why we got Barack Obama, why Canada got Justin Castro, in one word, is vagina, clam, twat, gash, puss, cooch, slit. I know some of those words are gross, but I'm trying to make a point. You know why I say that? Ladies, and yeah, the fur, that's right, the fail up policy. But I think, you know, and guys always get this, guys, you only think with your dick, blah, blah, blah. And that's true. I'm not saying it's not. But women also think with their clam, all right? And I think their clam told them, excuse me, what, Penelope? I think their clam told them, Obama is so hot. Ooh, he's tall. He's good looking. His voice, he talks. Ooh. Vote for him. And you're like, yes, I will vote for Obama. My clam said so. And then after you make the check mark, and halfway through his presidency, you're like, Penelope, look what you did. Right? She got you. Same with Gavin Newsom. Hey, what's up, Penelope? Ooh, he's tall and handsome. Ooh, he talks and he says all the right, leftist pussy beta male shit. Ooh, vote for him, girl. Yes, I will vote for Gavin Newsom because my clam told me to. Penelope, you got me again, girl. You better stop. That's how they got Trudeau. That's how they got him. Hey, look down here, don't you know? What do you want, Penelope, eh? Vote for me super hot, don't you know? Yes, I will vote for Justin Castro, because he's a hoser and my maple flavored clam told me to, What are you talking about? Penelope, Yes, Michelle says she's done worse to me. I'm sure she has. Penelope has a shaky track record. But my point is, I think that's part of the reason why we got him, because ladies were voting with their clan. Just like guys do stuff with their dick, we make decisions with our dick, and then afterwards it's like waking up from a blackout. What? What'd you do? He's fucking sleep. It happens to us all the time. That's why I can say these things. I'm speaking from a place of experience. But I think that's what happened. A lot of these ladies got tricked by their bush, and that's how we got them. Maybe they weren't getting enough attention from their man. Maybe he wasn't sexing them up. I don't know. And they got to wandering. But that's what I think happened. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment sections, ladies. But yeah, so Gavin Newsom, he's full of shit. If it were Trump policies, everybody would be affected by it. Not just California. It's because you fucked up, Gavin. It's because you suck. You're not good at your job, and that only means one thing. You're going upstairs. Hey, Gavin, you suck shit. What do you think about getting promoted, DC, here he comes. Don't think he can't. Men Eagle, does Jericho ever debate leftists? I have before. I've been on Discord. Discord with somebody a couple times. I don't run from it, but nobody ever hits me up. He was the first one to actually do that. But I just don't understand how that's a legitimate excuse. You suck. Don't think they won't. Remember that? Let me take you guys back a couple years. I won't take a lot of your time. It'll just take a minute. Let me take you back a couple years. It was, I don't know, early November 2020. Remember, you went to bed thinking one thing. You went to bed thinking, we got this in the bag. Our boy is going to be here for another 4. There's no way it's going any other way. Remember that? You laid your head down and you woke up the next day like, roll raggy? What happened? No way, because you were paying attention to the campaign trail. You were paying attention to the debates between Trump and Biden's perverters. You heard Biden speak. So therefore you thought, no way we would give the keys to the city to that dummy. No way. Have you heard him speak for more than 30 seconds? And to wake up the next day and see the opposite of what you thought? So it can happen. They've been laying the groundwork for this 25th Amendment shit from the beginning. Biden steps down, Kamala takes his place. Nancy either takes her place as vice president or they nominate somebody else. Gavin Newsom, he gets in as vice president. Kamala Harris is clearly overmatched because she's an idiot. He slides in the presidential spot. Now we have President Gavin. I'm not going to try to say that again, but you know what I mean, right? So it could happen. And even if they didn't do that, is that too tinfoil hat? Let's say they did it what was once considered the right way. Do you not think there are enough mouth-breathing idiots, dummies, retards, whatever you want to call them, that would pull the lever for that fool? Do you think the machine wouldn't get behind that? I don't care if Al-Qaeda came back and said, we are going to pull off another 9/11. These leftist pieces of shit, these politicians, the blue check marks, Hollywood, all that shit, academia, they would all say, if they had the option, either Al-Qaeda pulls off another 9/11 or Trump gets reelected as president. which one do you think they're going to pick? I know. Sad, ain't it? Sad, ain't it? You know what they would pick. Those little soft handshake, weird, blue-haired sons of bitches, you know what they would pick. Even though it would kill thousands of their American citizens, you know what they would pick. Because they cannot have Trump again. Chuck McDaniel, thank you again. Said when the pizza boxes went on the windows and doors, I knew something was up. Yeah, man. Old Pizzagate. They can't have that, man. They won't. They'd rather see us perish before they let Trump back in the White House. No bullshit. Heidi Booth, thank you again. She says Pelosi's jugs can be president and vice president, and they would do a better job. They would be less drunk. If they just got up there, and I mean, now, it would be a horrifying sight. I would need a 5-gallon bucket next to me at all times. But I would feel safer and more confident if her left titty was president and her right titty was vice president. Somehow I just think they would be more intelligent. No bullshit. If somebody told you, instead of her being president, we'll just have her tits do it, you'd be like, deal. 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 Go for it. Pelosi has I don't even want to put that. I don't even want to put those words out in the universe, man. I can't even speak those words. Justin Weeks says Nancy got her tits from that teacher in Canada. You know what? I would say the teacher got their tits from Nancy only because Nancy is old as fuck. She's been here before everybody. She's like what's her name? Wonder Woman, where they kept showing those pictures of her at all those historic events, like going back hundreds of years. They're like, oh shit, how is she doing that? That's Nancy Pelosi. So I'd say she got them from her. Ghost of Josie Wells. I know that was an extremely play comment, and I'm sorry it had to be made, but I made it. But it's not my fault. I'll just go ahead and take a book from the leftists. It's not my fault. It's your guys' fault. It's the comment section's fault because you guys are always making play comments. You're always getting involved in play conversations and play behavior. So it's your fault, not mine. Your fault. Tom P says Harlem Nights is one of the 3 most hilarious flicks I've ever seen. 9 or 10. Yeah, it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. How it ends? Oh man, this is fucking laughs. The plan that they come up with, great movie. Great movie. Lord Jeremiah's Bando, yeah, those are the most played jugs in history. In history. Oh, man, what a horrible way to end this live stream talking about those things. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about. So Fauci, he reminds me of something that eats with their hands like this, like a rat, a squirrel, just a rodent. And he made the mistake of admitting that he was a monster. He admitted that, one second, make sure this is on. He admitted that lockdowns had an adverse effect on small business, the economy, and children. Now, are those the most important things in our society? No, but they're pretty fucking important, aren't they? Children, the economy, and small business, entrepreneurs. Pretty important, pretty key ingredients to this American cake we're trying to make here, right? So now, 2.5 years later, damn near 3 years later, now you want to say some shit that we knew from the jump? You want to say some shit that us weirdos and science deniers have been saying since the jump? Since you came out with this 2 weeks to slow the curve bullshit? Heidi Booth, thank you again. She says, JG Pled needs to be added to the dictionary. I agree. If you motherfuckers are going to add ebonics to it, you better add some presidential speak to it. Pled. I'm not trying to be pled. Guys, I'm not joking. I don't have to make up jokes about Biden. He is one. So therefore, everything he says is a joke. That's what he said. I don't mean to be pled. Tell me what pled means. I'll be waiting patiently. But this little rat, rodent-like little bastard finally admitted what we already knew. I want to go next to Fauci with a bullhorn, put it on full volume, press the bullhorn up against the side of his head and go, no shit. Little mongrel. Let's see, what's this little bastard have to say?
When you're dealing with a situation where the hospitals were being overrun in New York, intensive care units were being put in hallways, you have to do something that's rather draconian. And sometimes when you do draconian things, it does have deleterious consequences on the economy, on the school children. You know that, but you have to make a balance.
Mm-hmm. So if you knew that, then why didn't you validate what we were saying by agreeing with it? Like, yes, you guys are right. This is going to have an adverse effect on school children and the economy. You shouldn't have done it. But why did you act like we were a bunch of psychos and we were a bunch of nutcases and we were on the fringe and we denied science because we told you those very fucking things that you obviously knew were true? We didn't want to do the lockdowns because it would affect our kids. We didn't want to do that Zoom class bullshit because it would affect our kids. We didn't want to shut down the economy because it would affect our economy. It would affect small businesses because that's who was crushed by this shit. They're crushing our will to live. They're giving us things to worry about other than what they're doing. Don't worry about the man behind the curtain. We knew that, you little weasel. Oh, you know it's draconian if you do these types of things for the economy. He sounds like what's that stupid little perverted director? Woody Allen. That's what he sounds like, is Woody Allen. Fucking no shit. We knew it was going to be bad for our kids and the economy, you dummy. That's why we were jumping up and down saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't close the schools. Don't close businesses. Do what Florida did. Do what some other states did. Do what some other countries did. Give us the information. Give us the information. Allow us to make our own decisions. Period. We can handle the consequences of our actions. We can't handle the consequences of yours. If we did this to ourselves, if we expose ourselves to something, we got to deal with that. We can't blame nobody but us. But when it's forced upon you, that's when shit gets bad. That's when it gets all, communist and shit. It's draconian. We knew that. I hate that. Shit we were telling them in the beginning. It's like telling your kid, don't go in, you're going to hurt yourself, and they come out, I hurt myself. I told you. I know how this story is going to end. I told you, and you did it anyway. Now you want my sympathy? We told you bastards not to do this. Now the CDC, we're taking a little hiatus. We're taking a break. We're hitting a reset. Oh, yeah, now you can go out, poked or unpoked, do what you want. Everybody do what you want. Kids, businesses, fuck it. So then why did we do that? Why did we go all the way around the city to go across the street? Imagine how much better we would be doing right now. Imagine this recession and inflation we wouldn't be dealing with if we kept shit going and didn't shut down the greatest economy this planet's ever seen. We wouldn't have these supply chain issues. There wouldn't be hungry babies because they dumped out all the fucking baby formula. We would have empty shelves. shit you've been getting all the time for your whole life. Now the shelf's empty. We wouldn't be dealing with that. We wouldn't be dealing with this pudding brain and chief at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Nitrofan, 99.9% survival rate. There's shit we use every day that doesn't have those kind of numbers. I can't believe that shit. That little fucker, oh, we knew it was draconian, but we had to do it. Hey, easy for you to make decisions about policies that don't affect your little ass. Who's that character? Who's the tiny golfer? I think Tim Conway used to do that character. Was that his name? Tim Conway used to do this character where he was a little miniature golfer, like a midget golfer. And you could see he would be on his knees and put his shoes on his knees, so he looked really small. I think that's how big Fauci is. He's like the dude from Fantasy Island. They playing, boss. They playing. He's like as tall as that guy. Like he's not a midget, but he's like really short. I don't even. Oh, Dorf. That's Dorf. Now, I'm not saying he's not a midget or a little person, whatever I'm supposed to say. But he's just like a little tiny dude. He's like Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Fauci? He's like Gary Coleman. He's a tiny little slight of stature little bitch. You little fucker. And you're stepping down now? You're retiring now? Now you want to retire. Huh? Now you weren't thinking about retiring 3 years ago? Anybody out there who's retired 3 years before your retirement, were you thinking about it? Yeah. Yeah, you probably were because it's a big deal. You're retiring. But now, since you fucked us over, since you left us high and dry, our economy, schools, and everything in shambles, now you want to retire, you little bastard. You little shit. He wants to get out now because he knows when we get the Republicans to get the House and the Senate, there's going to be investigations. There better be. There fucking better be, you Republicans. We are going to hand you political vengeance on a silver platter. You better do it. We're giving you a slow, underhand pitch across the plate. You are a roided up Mark McGuire in 1998. You better hit that shit into another county. You better, or your ass is on the chopping block next. We will wash their blood from the guillotine and put your fucking head in there next. You better. I remember as a kid when it was the Bash Brothers before Mark McGuire blew up on steroids, but Jose Canseco clearly was mixing steroids in all of his meals. And he fucking hit a home run. Somebody happened to have a camera in their dashboard, and he hit a home run out of the park into the parking lot and hit that car's windshield. That's how hard you better smash these assholes when you get in there, Republicans. We're giving you the power. We're going to give you the opportunity. Take it. Take full advantage. Okay? Take full advantage. Like Biden inside of a children's barbershop, take full advantage of your opportunity. Okay? Don't let us down because we'll be more mad at you than we are at them because we trusted you to fix this and you didn't. You stabbed us in the back. You Patrick Swayze the knife with the Democrats. They had the knife like this ready to plunge it between our shoulder blades, and you came up behind them and put your hands over theirs. Here, let me help you with that, Democrats. And you stabbed us in the back. You better not, you rotten sons of bitches. You better not. We'll see. What are we at? 45 days or something till voting time, till November? Somewhere around there. Countdown. Countdown. Don't you fuck us over. Don't you do that, Republicans. Don't do it. Anywho, guys. Wonderful today. Very busy comment section. I appreciate that. But my son should be back. He went with my wife somewhere. He should be back. I'm gonna go chill with him, hang out. I don't have any other obligations after this, so I'll get to chill with the kids. Gonna find a movie to watch. I think it's my turn to pick the movie, so the kids are gonna hate it. But I don't care because it's my turn to pick the movie. You know what kind of movies I have to sit through when my kids pick? My son picked Minions. Minions 3 last time. What did my wife pick? What did she pick? I think she picked Hocus Pocus. She's stricken with fall fever. My wife loves fall. I got to get right. Actually, I do have obligations. Right after this, I got to go take down the Christmas decorations. Halloween decorations. Halloween/fall. She's Halloween, and then it rolls into more fall. You get rid of the pumpkins and the Halloween shit, but still some pumpkins, the cornucopias, Thanksgiving shit. So I got to bring those down. But I think she picked Hocus Pocus. You know what? I'm wrong. It's my daughter's turn. Oh, great. It's going to be some tweener. What's she going to pick? Probably like, what's that movie where, what's her name? Anne Hathaway, I think, where she's like some girl and she's, those movies where some American, they find out, oh, your great uncle in England died and left you his estate. You must come here. We must teach you how to be one of the royalty. They come in all stupid American. Hey, what's up, guys? Like a beer hat and a hot dog in his hand. So she's probably going to pick that movie, I think, with Anne Hathaway. It's like, I don't know, Princess some shit or Happily Ever. I don't know. It's going to be something like that. So I think actually it's my daughter's turn. Next week will be my turn. I'm going to make sure it's an action movie. I don't care. Harold Shropshire. Harold Shropshire. I believe that's how your name should be said. Very regal. Hey, brother. Rub-a-dub-dub. One big dummy in a tub. Yeah, right? Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Sorry, Mighty Geek Studios. I had to do it again. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. All right, guys. That's it. Great chat. Thank you for your comments, your questions, your super chats. Thank you for watching and or listening or just listening. You got me on in the background. I don't care. Thank you. Thanks for spending your time with me. As I mentioned before, I got decorations to bring down and movies to suffer through. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Whoa. Hold on. Somebody in here named Mend Eagle. He says, or she, whatever, it says, Jericho says anything for money. No, let me explain something to you, dummy. When you get to a certain level, you get attention and people notice that you have a big crowd. And when you're trying to make money, you want to put your product in front of a big crowd. Okay? So if you have a crowd big enough to get the attention of businesses, they are going to approach you and offer you compensation. Okay? I'm not running a charity here. I'm not going to shout out somebody's business for nothing because, I don't know, bills and a family to take care of. So don't be jealous that I make my money via my words. All right? Yes. I will advertise products for money. It's called business. Dumbass. But anyway, on to some good news. Miss PepsiCo, thank you both. Our 17th anniversary today, JG. We love you, man. Hey, happy anniversary. Congratulations on your longevity. 17 years. That is serious. So that's 2005. That's back when America was fun. That's back when we were free. Who doesn't want to go back to 2005 right now? Congratulations, you guys. I hope you have some fun shit planned. Do something you guys enjoy to do today. I don't know if you guys got kids or anything to worry about, but send them somewhere or go somewhere and leave them at home. But have fun tonight. Do something you want to do. And no matter what you do for your anniversary, when you get home, you already know. Turn the lights out and make it weird, okay? Do some shit you guys don't normally do. Spice it up. Why not? It's your anniversary. Shit. That's what it's for. But yeah, congratulations to you two guys. And I appreciate your continued support for my channel. You guys are here like every day. I appreciate it. And congratulations on your anniversary. Here's to 17 more. Ting. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.